At the beginning of the movie, we see Dallas arriving at school with her brother, Neeson, who happens to be the school's football coach. As Dallas enters the building, she runs into her friend Gabby, the captain of the cheerleading team. Excitedly, Dallas greets her, saying how thrilled she is that today marks the first day of their last year of free school. She then bursts into a cheerful dance. A little later, Ryan, the captain of the football team and Dallas's classmate, walks in. It seems like Dallas might have a crush on him, but she dismissively tells Gabby that he's just a spoiled, arrogant guy. Gabby laughs and teasingly asks, "Are you sure about that?" before urging her to head to class. In class, Gabby mentions to Dallas that she's received tons of messages, DMs, and emails from their cheerleading teammates about upcoming practices and competitions. The teacher then begins taking attendance, calling out students' names. One of them is Ryan, who arrives late but strides through the school hallways with a calm, confident air, which might come across as slightly cocky. When Ryan enters the classroom, he informs the teacher that he's present, but the teacher warns him not to start the school year off with tardiness and asks him to take a seat next to one of his classmates. Meanwhile, Dallas is lost in her own world, listening to music through her earbuds. The teacher asks the class about what books or novels they read over the summer. She then calls on Dallas, asking her to share her thoughts on a book. Caught off guard, Dallas panics and tries to avoid answering, but Gabby jumps in to help, suggesting she talk about Romeo and Juliet. Dallas nervously begins explaining, but her earbuds fall to the floor mid-sentence. Ryan picks up Dallas's earbuds, and the gesture only makes her more flustered. The teacher moves on, asking other students for their opinions about the novel. Ryan offers his take, saying that Romeo and Juliet were simply trying to enjoy life. Dallas, surprised by his response, turns to Gabby and whispers, "But they died at the end." In another scene, Rayden's father visits Coach Nathan's office and asks him why the football team's practice sessions were reduced last week. Nathan assures him that the team has had 2 good training sessions in the past couple of days and has regained its strength. However, Rayden's father explains that he wants to ensure his son is putting in the necessary effort and is ready to join the university team. Nathan explains that increasing the intensity of training could lead to injuries for Rayden by the end of the season, which would be risky. But Rayden's father argues that his son has the potential to become the captain of Waco University's football team, a big opportunity he doesn't want to miss. He insists that Nathan does everything possible to put his son on the right track. Nathan tells him he understands, but it's clear he's frustrated with the pressure Rayden's father is putting on both the team and his son. He tries to strike a balance between the father's expectations and what's best for Rayden. Meanwhile, the cheerleading team is practicing on the school field, and Dallas is training with them. From afar, she keeps an eye on Rayden and asks Gabby to ease up a bit because she feels Rayden is pushing himself too hard in practice. At that moment, Nathan arrives at the field and tells the football team to push harder during their training. Rayden stops and tells Nathan that, according to the training schedule, their practice is already done. Nathan replies that he is well aware of the schedule and that Rayden's father is, too. After practice, Rayden talks to his stepbrother, Josh, and it's clear he's upset about his father's behavior. While they're talking, Rayden grabs a ball from Josh and throws it toward Dallas, who easily catches it during her practice. Josh tells Rayden about Dallas, explaining that she's new to the school and has a strong passion for dancing. He also mentions that Dallas is Nathan's sister and advises Rayden not to get any ideas about her. Meanwhile, Rayden asks Josh about Gabby's situation, and Josh explains that Gabby recently broke up with her boyfriend. After practice, Rayden goes to Nathan's office. Nathan tells him that several schools have asked him to join their teams, but he has already reached an agreement with Waco School. However, Nathan urges Rayden to consider all his options carefully. Rayden responds by saying he has already made his choice. Nathan emphasizes that Rayden has a great opportunity to become a professional player because of his talent, and he just needs to make some minor adjustments to his behavior to achieve his goals. Rayden, however, confesses that he is under pressure from his family. His father has decided that he should join Waco University's football team and has even bought him a ticket to attend their summer camp. Rayden feels like he has no choice in the matter. Nathan reassures him that he still has time to think things through and make the right decision. In the next scene, Rayton leaves the training field and encounters Dallas. He apologizes for his bad behavior during practice, and Dallas accepts his apology. Rayton tells Dallas that he is one of the best football players in school, and if he doubts it, he can ask anyone else at school. At that moment, one of Rayton's teammates, Chase, calls out to him to grab the ball. As Rayton runs toward it, he accidentally bumps into Dallas' car, breaking its side mirror. Dallas gets very upset about the damage to his car. Gabby suggests calling Dallas' mom to help, but Josh, Rayton's brother, insists that they can handle it themselves. After these events, Dallas goes to the studio where she practices dance. Once her practice is over, she starts cleaning the studio floor. During this time, she tells her coach, Alicia, that she has been busy all summer studying for her exams. Her brother Nathan and Gabby are helping her prepare so she can get into CalArts next year. Alicia advises her to have a backup plan in case she isn't accepted, but Dallas assures her that CalArts is her only goal and she has no other plans. Dallas' determination mirrors her mother's personality. Alicia tells her that it's wise to keep her options open because the admission process for CalArts is very challenging. Dallas responds by saying that's exactly why she has been training for years. However, Alicia tells her that while she's good at dancing, she hasn't yet reached the level needed for acceptance into the institution. As things stand, her admission is almost impossible. After this conversation, Dallas returns home and meets his brother Nathan. Nathan asks how his day went, and Dallas talks about his car breaking down and Alicia's words, where she said he would never make it into CalArts. Nathan asks him exactly what Alicia said, and Dallas explains that Alicia thinks he's not ready yet and needs to try harder. Nathan tells him that he needs more time to reach his goal and that, with time, he will get there. He also suggests that Dallas should consider changing his usual routine and try to enjoy the moment more. He advises him to make better use of his time being 18 instead of spending all his time on intense training and to spend more time with his friends. Dallas thinks for a moment, thanks Nathan for his advice, and says he probably needs to think more about his life and time. After a while, Rayton comes to Dallas's house. When Dallas sees him at the door, he asks if he came to break his window again. Rayton tells him he came to apologize and hands him an envelope with a large sum of money to repair his car. Rayton insists that there's no need to return the money, and he can take it as a fine for his foolish behavior. Later, Dallas talks to Gabby and tells her that he doesn't find Rayton as attractive as she thinks. Gabby tells him he's wrong, and Rayton is very attractive, but Dallas still sees him as arrogant and thinks he's connected with half the team. Gabby reminds him that everyone else, except for him, has noticed that he likes Rayton. Gabby also reminds him that it's their last year of high school and Josh invited him to a party, and he agreed. She suggests that he should take advantage of this opportunity and enjoy his last year of school. She asks him to come with her to the party and help her improve her relationship with Josh. Dallas agrees and says he's ready to go with her. At the party, Dallas and Gabby walk in and see that all their wealthy classmates are already there. Gabby tells Dallas she wants to find Josh and stay with him. Dallas agrees, but reminds Gabby to watch her behavior at the party and to let her know if anything goes wrong with Josh. Dallas glances at Josh and decides to leave him alone with Gabby. Meanwhile, Dallas accidentally bumps into Rayton. Rayton smirks and says, "Looks like you're really into me." Dallas replies, "If that's what you want to think, go ahead." She then moves to a corner and sits by herself. Rayton joins her and asks why she came to the party, given that she said she didn't like them. Dallas admits that she really doesn't like parties and, in fact, hates this city altogether. Rayton encourages her to try to enjoy the moment, pointing out that all their friends are having fun. He then suggests they go outside together to make the night more enjoyable. That moment, Chase joins the group and suggests starting a drinking game. Rayton jokingly tells him he can't play because he needs to be ready for practice tomorrow, but it seems like Dallas is interested in joining. Seeing this, Rayton proposes a deal. If he wins, Dallas has to go on a date with him, but if she wins, he'll stop asking her out. Dallas agrees to the challenge and ends up winning. She firmly tells Rayton to accept his defeat and stop asking her for a date. However, when Dallas notices Rayton talking to another girl, she feels a pang of jealousy and starts drinking. Before the party ends, Gabby tells her that Josh has invited her to dinner and suggests that Dallas head home alone. As Dallas leaves the party, it's clear she's had too much to drink and struggles to keep her balance. She fumbles with her phone when Ryden approaches her and offers her a ride on his motorcycle. Initially, Dallas refuses, but she eventually agrees after realizing she's heading in the wrong direction.